Hey sir, you ready to do this? Let's go. Okay, so basically last year I went for a cycle down the Thames. On arriving at Teddington, there was no water there, which was surprising for me. There's none there. That's like 6 foot below where it's supposed to be. Because they do a purge. What it is, it's between Richmond and Teddington, it's semi-tidal, so all of the sediment that gets washed in with the inflowing tide ends up building there, and it can cause a lot of problems for the boats and the wildlife and stuff. So for a 2-week period, they fully opened the lock gates to let the water completely wash out. Alright, welcome to London City Anglers' first ever boat welcome to London City Anglers' first ever boat mission on film. Me and Danny are just going to set up the boat now. We'll show you how to do this quickly. Alright, so there you go, that's how you do it. I'm going to go for a little sail up to the lock now just to make sure all the currents are alright, and we will actually be able to do it in both of us. And when I get back, we'll show you a few of the safety features that we brought with us to make sure if we capsize, we don't lose all our gear and die. Which is the main thing, really.
That's true, yeah. Safety first.
I feel safe in this boat, really. I don't ever feel like it's going to capsize at all. It doesn't feel like it's going to tip over. The only thing about it is it's not really that puncture-proof. Alright, so I'm going to go give it a little test going up there. I'm going to take the bag of bait with me, and if it seems like we can get away with it, this is going in, I'm coming back to get you, and we're going to go fishing.
Sounds good.
How's that sound?
That sounds good to me.
Yeah, both me and Danny, we went to swimming school when we were younger, we're both fit, we're both healthy, we're both capable of taking care of ourselves. But even so, we decided that we should wear life jackets. We've both been out on boats before without life jackets, and even though we know that we'll be able to swim to the shore if we needed to, you never know what might happen. You might get caught up with a bag or a rope, or you might fall over and knock your head on something, and if you do that and you become tethered or unconscious, the only thing that's going to keep you afloat is a life jacket. So it's a must. Really, you'd be stupid to not do it. Even in a bigger boat, even if it was like one of the boats you could see in the background in this clip.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't recommend anyone goes fishing out, to be honest.
No,
It's
we're not just, we're just adventurous. It's what we do. And what we found out, it's a boat to get to places, not a boat from fishing from. If you've got a spot you need to get to, use it to do that, but if you want to actually sit mid-river, it's not the one. We've got a couple of ideas to make it more stable, but that's for a future video.
How is it safe?
It's not unsafe, but it's not like that.
Well, 2 people in it, it'll be more weight in it, so it should be better.
I think it will make it more stable, because the wind is more a problem than anything else. It's just pushed me around, and like, we're going to have to put that camera away. We're going to get too wet otherwise. I realised that once we're out there, we're going to need an anchor to hold us in the main position. And I couldn't actually think of anything initially of what to use. But this is the final idea that I've come up with, and it's basically just one of the standard carrier bags that I'm going to fill with stones to give it ballast and weight. And once I've filled that with the stones, I'm going to tie a rope to that. It's going to get launched off the side, and that will be our anchor. The reason I've chosen a bag like this is because if it does actually get snagged, instead of having to cut the rope at the boat end, because we'll never be able to snap it, this bag is actually so weak that we should be able to rip it and pull ourselves free. So that's London City Anglers Anchor. Alright, so we're doing this, yeah? Life jackets on?
Life jackets on?
Life jackets on. Everything's down to a bare minimum. Alright, well, we're going to have to put this camera away now because it's going to get really wet out there. I've got the GoPro, and hopefully that will catch us getting a few fish for that. Right, see you on the other side, hopefully. So this was the first initial trip out to the middle to see what it was like. We couldn't fish the spot. We got out there, we anchored up, got blown around by the wind. Obviously wasn't in the right place, further enough away from the snags. Alright, so yeah, we went out and basically the GoPro battery died straight away. We fished around the point over there. It's somewhere out there for about 15-20 minutes, and to tell the truth, the boat was far too unstable. We were bobbing around everywhere. We lost 2 lots of gear in the snags, so we thought, screw that. Instead of heading back to where we started from and calling it a day, we headed to far side where I thought it was a golf course, but on looking at Google Maps it's a hotel of some sorts. I'm not actually sure what it is. Okay, what happened is as we were setting up, we thought we'd be quite sound and like the area behind us would be void of people, but we were proven wrong. There was 1 or 2 families up there. We didn't actually go and have a look, so we didn't want to be spotted. So as soon as we heard the children playing right behind us, we tucked ourselves as far away as we could from them, set up really, really quietly and wait until they moved away from the riverbank area. There's no actual signs over there saying no fishing, but as it's mostly submerged most of the time, there wouldn't be anywhere where we were without going up onto the lawn area, which we weren't going to do. We wouldn't see the signs.
Mission Impossible.
Wait, the whole thing was a Mission Impossible. Danny Mackin. And as usual, like there's me like doing all the hard work, filming everything, and Danny's prime objective is to do as much fishing as possible. This is one of my annoying things about Danny. It's me getting down there, trying to set up the cameras and the boat, and the first thing he wants to do is go wandering off fishing. But you can't blame him for that. That's why he catches so many fish. Predator Danny. So we spent about an hour and a half to 2 hours on this spot with not much luck. A couple of little fish to Danny. To tell the truth, I didn't fish that hard because I was more interested in getting footage. Then I noticed the tide starting to come up. The thing with this place is it comes up very, very quickly. So in a matter of like 15 minutes it had come up 6 inches, and I knew that if we didn't get our act together, I'd tidy everything up and get moving, all of a sudden the ledge we were on would be submerged. We'd still be able to get off because we had the boat, but all the gear was on the ledge. It would just make everything a lot more difficult and we get wet. Plus the action wasn't that good, so we decided to make a move back to the area where we started from.
Ain't no